How's the skinny dip early this week?
Very shallow dips. I was hoping for more to buy some more Boeing.
Same. We both bought that dip nicely. What else do we have today?
We got some communication sector with Snapchat, Twitter, and Facebook.
And it is travel and Olympic season, so we're covering some American Airlines and Southwest.
Before we get started, Yellen said on Friday that Congress needs to raise or suspend the debt limit by August 2nd.
I'm sure the media is saving this one for the excuse for next round of pullback.
If you want more detail on the debt limits, go check out our special video on this with the link in description.
And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any important information from us weekly. Isn't this just insane? Another record close for the Nasdaq and S&P 500.
Every small pullback, wait, I wouldn't even call that a pullback, more like a tiny dips getting bought up instantly.
This is what's concerning. Think of it this way. The farther you stretch a rubber band, the quicker it will snap back, just like this market.
Yep, Dow Jones is back on the upper level testing the resistance at around 35,070 that it failed to break out like 3 times now.
Maybe next week's big boys earnings can, feel it through.
Very possible. We have Tesla reporting Monday next week, Apple, Microsoft, and Google on Tuesday, Facebook on Wednesday, and Amazon on Thursday.
I'm not too concerned about their numbers, and I know they're going to be great. But their guidance should be able to give us more direction on how the rest of the year is going to play out.
That's true. It's going to be an exciting week. I want to see how the Tesla earnings turn out and how the market reacts to Elon Musk's Bitcoin positions. He diamond-handed all the way down from $60,000. What about you? Which earning are you betting on?
I'm not betting on any earnings personally. I think this is a sell on news earning cycle. I'm actually hoping Apple to dip so I can add to my holding, and Google to dip so I can buy my position back after being stopped out earlier this week. Yeah, I put a stop on Google. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh well. So let's take a quick look at the S&P 500. First support for this level is around 4,380 to 4,390.
And 15,000 will be the first support for the Nasdaq. Not so much for the small cap. Still bouncing inside the box.
Just another rotation, I think. The big money have pulled out from the small caps and playing the big boys in earnings. Small cap is still about 7.5 away from its all-time high, while S&P and Nasdaq is literally making new record highs every week.
Yeah, they're right there. Twitter jumped 10% and Snapchat also went up 17% after earnings on Thursday.
So are you more of a Twitter guy or a Snapchat guy?
I think neither, but I use them both for different purposes.
Well, I like to use Twitter to keep track of news and events, especially when Donald Trump was the president of the United States.
Twitter added 7 million new active users and ad revenue topped 1 billion in second quarter.
Wow, that's about 87% increase year over year.
And they seem very confident of their performance into the third quarter too.
Yup, even their top executives said it during their earning calls. They were pleased with the company's momentum and performance.
However, the US daily active users fell to 37 million from 38 million compared to the previous quarter.
They didn't talk much about that.
I'm sure they didn't, but they did mention that they are rolling out some new features like Twitter Spaces and Twitter Blue that would help boost the company's revenue.
If these new cash generating offerings worked out, Twitter could prove to be a bargain at these prices.
Looking at the chart, Twitter closed at $71.7. This is considered a breakout from the upper trend line.
I'm pretty confident we should see 80 soon. What do you think?
I think I'd give it a couple days. If the big boys earning go well, it might just carry Twitter to $80. Snap also beat expectations across the board for earnings, revenue, and user growth.
What a great report. This company was trading around 20s this time last year. And look at them now, a $95 billion company.
Their global daily active users is roughly 293 million. That's insane.
Yep, that's about 100 million users more than Twitter.
Looking at the chart, Snap closed at record high at $78.
Yep, a nice 23% day and any retest back to the trend line would consider a buy for me.
Okay, but Jim Cramer says
You should buy that.
It's a $94
That's
billion
fine.
market value.
Maybe I need to think twice now.
Apple's recent iOS update is still uncertain to those social media tech companies. The pace of iPhone users updating their devices is slower than what they anticipated, and that's why they're not affected as much yet.
Yep, in another word, these changes will take effect sooner or later. This can give these social media companies more time to adjust or navigate the transitions.
Just my thoughts. In this social media space, I would say Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, Google, and maybe LinkedIn and Pinterest too are sharing this cake. What if I have $100,000 and equally invest in each of these names? I'm pretty confident I won't be in the red in the next couple of years. I mean, cash is going to be rotating around them.
Very good concept, but don't forget that TikTok is taking a good chunk of market shares and could potentially be one of the biggest in the social media space.
That's true. They have decided to infinitely delay their IPO plan due to the current China and US tensions.
So if you have to pick one social media to invest in, which one would it be?
I think Snapchat, because I think it has good potential and it's not as big as the mainstream social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter yet, but it is already gaining momentum faster than TikTok. And well, we can't even buy TikTok or ByteDance stock in the US.
Both American and Southwest posted profitable Q2 this week.
Nice. The airlines are posting profitable quarters finally. These are definitely good news. But good news doesn't mean good price.
I'd agree. American provided Q3 guidance for passengers capacity to be down about 15 to 20% compared that of Q3 of 2019.
Well, let's look at 2019 American Airlines stock price. The low is right below 25. Let's do the math. 20% down from 25 is about 20. Didn't AAL go down to below 19 this past Monday and early Tuesday?
Yep, showing that for sure people knew ahead of time before the earning.
Yeah, very sensitive on the unreleased guidance. Almost exactly calculated to buy below the expected share price.
Yep, I agree. So where would you consider getting in on American Airlines?
I'm thinking if you're on the aggressive end, you can definitely try 19.5 to 20 for buy. If you are more of a conservative sheep like I am, I'm going for 16 to 18. What about you?
I see a solid support around $18.60. This may be my first entry if I want to pick up some American Airlines. What about Southwest?
Well, fundamentals for Southwest is similar to American, including revenue and forecast. If you're really interested in the numbers, check out the screen right now.
Basically, profitable Q2 and forecasting a profitable Q3 as well. But for passenger capacity, it is forecasting a decrease of 15% from Q3 of 2019.
So, percentage-wise, they're expecting better than American, but let's do the same thing we did with American with Southwest and look at their 2019 low.
Which is about 48.8 in August. And they are actually doing better than back then in terms of share prices now.
So based on what you saw in Southwest, what do you think is a good entry?
For aggressive investors, I think 45 to 48 is a good area. And for more conservative ones, I would recommend 38 to 40. But obviously, not sure if the market will give this opportunity. But I would definitely take advantage there. What about you?
Southwest recently broke below the trend line and I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the chart. Like you said, I probably want to wait for the price to consolidate around 40 before initiating a position on this one.
Thank you for watching. If you find this video helpful, feel free to give us a like and subscribe for more content like this.